What's going on YouTube? It is Mills on Two Wheels. Checking in with another video. Wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update. I went ahead and did a flash tune from BrenTune on my RSV4. And I know that a lot of people are debating between the BrenTune flash and the up map for the Aprilias. And I see on Facebook all the time, people are really bashing Bren. And I had the BrenTune on my ZX10, the stage 2 on that one. And so that one worked out pretty well. So I was kind of, more inclined to go with the BrenTune on the Aprilia, even though I know it seems like it's standard to go with the up map. So just wanted to give y'all, I did a dyno day, same day results before and after. And I feel like this is the first really unbiased, results that you'll see from anybody. I haven't seen anybody besides Bren really post numbers as far as what they ran before and after. So I felt like, kind of going at my local dyno and giving you guys the numbers, give you some insight into what kind of power you can make, and then also just give you my overall thoughts before and after. So let's get into it. Okay, so just to give y'all kind of the picture so you can understand the results. My bike is bone stock exhaust, nothing has been changed, no gearing changes, no tire change, nothing. So when I took this to the dyno, I wanted to see what does it make bone stock. They tell you to do the comparison basically same day, test it before you flash it and test it after. So I feel like these are going to be the most legit results, and I think you'll be pretty impressed. All right, so damn, that thing sounds good for a stock bike. I'm sure a lot of you will agree. I know at the low RPMs it doesn't sound too good, but definitely sounds good when you run it at 198 miles per hour on the dyno. So let's take a look at these results, at the stock results. All right, so don't bash me for my use of tools to cover the next results, but it's on one piece of paper, just got to deal with it. So let's take a look at these horsepower numbers. So at first, I don't even know if you can see, but basically stock we ran 193 horsepower to the wheel, and then for torque we went ahead and ran 84, and this is bone stock, nothing done to it. Pretty impressive. All right, so we went ahead and flashed the bike. That took about 15 to 20 minutes. It took a little bit longer than my ZX10 did, but pretty easy. Once you flash it at the end, it prompts you to reset your throttle mapping, and you basically just turn the key off and on a couple times, and it runs fine right after that. So we were able to run it back to back with no issues. All right, so we went ahead and ran it with the flash. I have to say, pretty good results. So let me show you guys the numbers, and then I can also give you my review of kind of some of the other features, and just I can let you guys know how it feels since I've ridden it a couple times after the flash on the road, in addition to obviously a little bit more power. So let's check it out. All right, here are our final results. So as you can see on the horsepower, we went ahead and made 201.5. So almost 202 horsepower to the wheel, coming from 193. So really made about 8, almost 9 horsepower. And remember, for me, I didn't increase the rev limiter, so I think I could have made a little bit more if I would have, opted to increase that rev limiter. But to me, for maybe 2 to 3 extra horsepower, just wasn't worth it. But looking at the power curve, and this is important too, we can kind of see that we have an increase in horsepower pretty much throughout the curve. And as you can see, there was like a little dip here around, I guess, 8,000 RPM, and they kind of fixed that. And then for the rest of the range, we're up maybe 3 to 5 horsepower all the way up to redline. And I think too, you can kind of see that the end point on this is still kind of facing or directing, or the trajectory is still up. So that lets you know that there's kind of more power to be made at the top end. So I might consider some velocity stacks or something like that going forward to see if I can get any more without increasing the RPMs. So pretty good numbers there, 201. And then on the torque side, we made 88.3 to the wheel. So, and you can see here, I think this is a bit more of an increase throughout the rev range. And you can see there were a couple dips there that they also, seems like they kind of fixed, and it makes more torque throughout. And it also seems like it makes it a little bit sooner. So at 10,900 versus 11,200, it reaches maximum torque. And I think that's one of the things they mentioned, is that, it unlocks the torque earlier, because I think it kind of limited it from the factory. You can see that, both of these runs were done same day, right after each other. So, all right, so overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the results that I got. I think 8 to 9 horsepower, and then is pretty good at the top of the range as far as maximum number, but also just getting that throughout the rev range is probably the biggest thing. And so, 202 for just a stage 1 flash, I think that's pretty good. Nothing crazy. And like I said, maybe, dynos read differently, so someone might get 205, but I think the difference is the plus 8 horsepower. So I think that's pretty much on par with what the Gabriel up mat gives you. So nothing crazy. So I think you probably could go with either flash, but this is the thing that is a difference maker for me. These bikes are known to run super hot, and I don't mean just like oh, it's it's running at 215 or it's running at 220. Like no, these things, if you sit at a red light, like you're gonna get to 225, 230. Like these things are not cooling how they're supposed to. And so, and I think the fan doesn't come on, at least on my bike, it didn't come on until it reached 215 degrees. And by the time you get to that temp, like it's too late. Like you need to either get moving and get some wind, or turn the bike off. So like a lot of times I was turning my bike off at stoplights, or I just couldn't have it. I couldn't even let it sit and idle. So I switched to engine ice, which helped a little bit. And then with this flash, I think this really made a difference. The fan comes on now at 194. And so with that, most of the time my temperatures are staying below 200 or at least below 205. So I think with the early fan on, and then also I think it runs a little bit richer, so it keeps the cylinders a little bit cooler. And so at this point, that alone is like worth it. Like even if I didn't get any more power, like I wouldn't care, because my bike is gonna run cooler, and I'm not gonna be worried and constantly looking at the temperature gauge wondering like, am I about to overheat? And so that's just something that comes with this bike, but this flash has definitely helped out with that. So I would say that's probably the biggest thing. But other than that, rideability, I mean, it feels pretty much the same. The bike was fast in the beginning, it's fast after. One thing you'll notice is with this flash, with the stock exhaust, it basically keeps the exhaust valve open, or like the flap, the servo. So when you cut the bike on, it sounds a lot louder than it does before that, because I think before the flap stays closed until it reaches 5,000 RPM. So it would be quiet, and all of a sudden, you hear it. So, but now with the flash, you can hear it the entire rev range. So that's a cool feature too. But as far as rideability, I mean, it feels fast. It felt fast before, but I haven't done any like real testing as far as getting some runs in to see if it's really that much different. But we'll see. And like I said, the biggest things right now is running cooler, run smooth, no errors on the dash, and it sounds better. So I think that alone, I give it maybe a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. So I'm pretty satisfied. But like I said, I think you can go either way. The Gabriel up map is probably going to do about the same. So hopefully that helps you guys decide. That helps you kind of settle the debate as far as which one is better or worse. I didn't break my ECU, so you can go with either option, and you'll be fine. So hope that helps. Leave some comments below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your guys' results have been. If you use BrenTune or if you use Gabriel, if you did kind of some similar testing, maybe same day results, would be super helpful for this generation, 2021 and up. So look forward to hearing from you guys, and stay tuned. I got more changes on the way. So see ya.